In the past, whenever we've had like a big announcement of some kind on the show, we tease it for a couple days. We post on social media for a week that there's a big announcement coming. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. We haven't mentioned that this announcement was coming, but we're just going to do it today because it's this big and we really need to take action starting now, actually. The David Pakman Show started on one radio station, WXOJ, back in 2005. And we got on our second station by just me calling and asking, hey, I'm doing this show. Will you put the show on? One by one, we reached over 150 radio and television stations. And now we actually topped out over 160 stations. With interview guests, we started with one interview guest. And just by calling and asking, we've had everybody from secretaries of state, governors, senators, anti-gay nuts, as a lot of people probably know, scientists, hundreds of guests now, and it was built one guest at a time. We started with one member at $4 a month back in 2010, and now membership is over 60% of the revenue for the David Pakman Show. And again, it's one member at a time. And what's incredible is that in the time that the David Pakman Show has grown and grown and grown, more than 90% of the podcasts, the internet video shows, the community radio shows that have been created have already disappeared. And in the time that we've grown, corporate media ratings have continued to slide. And as progressives, I think more and more we realize that the future of the progressive message is just not in corporate media. We now have a huge opportunity to take the David Pakman Show to the next step, which I will outline. But the door of opportunity will not be open forever. People might have noticed I've mentioned a lot of traveling lately. I'm doing X appearance in Washington, D.C., or Y appearance in New York City, and I had a day of meetings. And what's going on is that we now have a handful of very, very important and exciting partnership and distribution deals just over the horizon. I can't give you every detail about them because these are not set in stone. And in part, they're not set in stone because every single one of these deals is predicated on and assumes that the David Pakman Show will be in New York City 3 months from today. Now, every single one of these opportunities would allow us to maintain complete control over our show. Every single one of these opportunities would not turn over control of the show to corporate media. They would all provide new audience expansion opportunities. They would all expand the number and the quality and size of the platforms that we're on. And again, none of these are corporate media opportunities. And also as part of this, back in March of 2012, we took a risk by going from 2 shows a week to 4 shows a week, knowing that a lot of our costs were going to double. We took a calculated risk because we thought it would in the long run work out, and it did when we went to 4 shows a week. The next step is a further expansion beyond 4 shows per week, and that's also what we're on the cusp of here. And again, the key thing is the David Pakman Show, in order to really get going with these partnerships, because of the location of these possible partners, we need to be in New York City. We did an Indiegogo fundraiser a few months ago. That was in order to convert the show to high definition. That worked, and the high definition conversion is happening. Forget about all of this other stuff that's going on. The high definition conversion is happening over the next couple months. It'll happen this summer, and that's happening. We have no choice but to do another Indiegogo campaign, which we're launching right now. This is the campaign that will get us to New York City. This will allow us to take some huge steps, and it most importantly will allow us to do it without becoming corporate media, without being subject to corporate media. Right now, we have our 2 great producers, Louis and Natan. They are part-time with the David Pakman Show. The ideal situation would be that we can put together the resources we need to make this move, to expand the show with the staff that we have, and really all make a bigger commitment to the David Pakman Show and to you as our audience. Now, when all of this was going on, we were offered some pretty nice sponsorship deals from some big companies that were really willing to put forth a lot of money, including, and I've talked about this, a chemical company that was really interested in making inroads in progressive media. And we decided not to take that money. Number one, because it's the type of corporation that we actually speak out against, and it would be totally hypocritical. And number two, because I don't think in the end we're going to need that. I don't think that money is going to be what makes or breaks the David Pakman Show. We're very excited. We're also very scared. It is really up to the audience now how far we take this thing. We're ready to take it as far as our resources allow. You know, we've had over 600 episodes, over 5,000 YouTube videos. We surpassed in the last 24 hours 50,000 YouTube subscribers and 34 million YouTube views. This is the time for the next step. If you're interested, please go to davidpakman.com. At the top of the website, you'll see a bright blue banner that goes to the Indiegogo campaign. We've got some awesome perks, awesome premiums that we're going to give out. Check out what you can get. One of the perks involves any one of us or all of us will record your outgoing voicemail greeting when you don't pick up your cell phone. One includes that we'll actually take you out to dinner. There are some awesome, awesome perks. And by the way, if you go to the Indiegogo fundraiser and you check out all of the fundraiser levels, if you are interested in being involved at or above that top tier that we've set up, please contact me directly because we would like to partner with you directly. We would like to work with you and make you really a partner in continuing to grow the David Pakman Show. Let's make this happen. We have an opportunity here to show that you do not need big media and big corporations to support your show to be able to go to New York City, make some great partnerships happen. And even though the David Pakman Show has doubled in size over the last year, we now have the opportunity to double or triple in size again over the next year and make some serious progressive impact. Check out the fundraiser, davidpakman.com, blue banner at the top of the page.